walking from Dollar to Vicar's Bridge along the north bank of the River Devon and returning on the south bank. Vicar's Bridge is named after Thomas Forrest, the worthy Vicar of Dollar, who among other acts of benevolence built this bridge. He died a martyr in 1538. The original bridge is all but destroyed, with only a part of the original arc being visible. But despite its noble beginnings, the bridge is remembered in history for an entirely different reason. On the 18th of December 1865, bakery driver Alexander McEwan was going about his daily business. He worked for an Alloa-based bakery and was finishing his rounds as daylight began to fade. On his way back, as he approached Vicar's Bridge, the lamps on his cart swaying and the sound of his horseshoes breaking the silence, he was startled by the sudden appearance of a man from the side of the road. He slowed, but the robber pulled a gun and shot him at point-blank range. The takings of the day were stolen. Two women passing by came across the empty cart and found the injured man lying a few feet away. They took him to a nearby farmhouse, but he succumbed to his injuries. Investigations got underway and the gun was found discarded in a hedgerow nearby, as well as a boot print. Not long afterwards, a poacher, Joseph Bell, was arrested in Tilcootry on suspicion of murder. He happened to have on him the exact amount of cash that had been stolen from McEwan's body, £5 and 10 shillings. Bell was found guilty of shooting McEwan and sentenced to be hanged. Bell protested his innocence. On the day of execution, he was haggard, his eyes red from lack of sleep, and he seemed to be weary and ill. He was dressed all in black. After prayers had been read and hymns sung, the Lord Provost approached the table in the small anteroom and addressed him. He said, "Now Joseph, we are all met here in very sombre circumstances that is very painful to us because in a short time you require to be in the presence of your Maker." To which Bell replied he was ready. The Lord Provost continued that if he had anything to say, he could do so. He said, "I swear by Almighty God that I will tell the truth. I am so innocent of that murder as the child unborn." He then said he was grateful to the ministers, but he was going to die an innocent man. He was shaken after his statement and given some wine to calm him as 8 o'clock approached. Bell regained his composure as he was led out of the scaffold. On reaching the top, he placed himself under the beam. The 2,000-strong crowd were sickened by Bell's appearance, and there were many wild cries from them. As he dropped, Bell hardly made a sound. Following the execution, the rope snapped and Bell's lifeless body fell to the ground. Women jeered and men leaped up onto the gallows. The executioner feared for his life as the police beat them back to prevent the assault. Bell's execution was the last fully public hanging in Scotland.